accommodate the ministry. So if $120,000 a year in existing rent was lost in a 3-year period, 360,000, and you paid 400,000 to renovate the building for your benefit,
retrofit,
to retrofit the building for your benefit, there's no gain. And then you're not paying the rent, there's no gain. In fact, it's a net loss. So, clearly Richard Lewis looking for some kind of, I should say, something to hang his political hat on, with the hope that he can take over the leadership
that will
of the UPP.
Propel him in the upcoming convention. We don't do that when we come back from the break.
But let me just say this in passing. Because for some reason, sometimes you think that people have humility. And just give me a little power. He has no powers yet, You notice how he has just changed his whole demeanor because he believes that he's going to defeat Pringle. But Pringle, don't be surprised if Pringle beats him, yeah? So what is happening now, the man has become supremely arrogant and he has taken on the same line posture as his predecessors in the UPP. And, trying to make an issue out of nothing. And that he does no differently, And what he has done now, he has written to different agencies of government. Finance, for example, has nothing to do with with the building. It's Public Works that deals with buildings, and already Public Works would have responded under the Freedom of Information Act, and all of the information is in the public domain. But he is giving the impression that we have something to hide and we're not giving the information. Therefore, he has to write to different ministries, and then he has to write to West Indies Oil Company.
He did.
Now, Tony, you know that West Indies Oil Company is not governed or financed
or controlled
by the government.
No, that's
you may want to read the specific provision under the act. It's not that I need any protection or my son need any protection. Even when the Speaker in Parliament said to Richard Lewis, look, you know that the questions that you put into the Prime Minister, that they're inappropriate. He used that to say, the Prime Minister, the Speaker trying to protect the Prime Minister. And he knows differently, because if the Speaker had allowed me to answer, I would have answered him. He asked, for example, how many shareholders West Indies Oil Company has. And imagine what Richard Lewis wants to know. He wants to know if my son is a shareholder, maybe me or any family member. The answer is no, Richard. We don't have any shares in West Indies Oil Company. In fact, I am the one who fought hard to acquire that company and then to divest it so that Antiguans and Barbadians can own shares in there. And the answer is no. There are 3 principal shareholders. You have Fancy Bridge. That's a Chinese firm. You have the government of Venezuela and the government of Antigua and Barbuda. They own about 90% of the shares. The other 10% is owned by local Antiguans and Barbudans, a few hundreds of them. So whereas writing to West Indies Oil Company may not answer because they are under no obligation to answer.
Done.
And I'm not telling West Indies Oil Company what to do. The reality is, I am answering you, Richard, because we have nothing to hide.
But PM, as you know, I was involved in this HMB. I am involved in this HMB matter that concerned the